Hey guys, welcome to Gunpla News, episode 21 for August 2016. This is part 1. We're going to talk about some Gundam news. So this month's episode is going to be brought to you guys by Sweat, because I'm going to be doing a lot of it over the course of recording this video for you guys. I've got the window open and a fan going, but nevertheless, this room doesn't have a lot of ventilation with the door closed and all these lights on. Very hot. It's very hot in the summer here in Korea, so excuse the sweat that's going to accumulate over the course of this 5-part Gunpla News episode. So just once again to remind you guys, if you're new, the first part here we're going to cover some news stuff related to Gundam and Gunpla. Second part we're going to talk about new announcements. We have a lot of them, although not really all that new. Third part we're going to talk about some kit and figure updates. And fourth part we're going to go over just a little bit of third-party stuff. And then the last part is part 5, we're going to talk about some featured kits. So, getting into the news this month, a lot of people have been asking about some details of my upcoming trip to the Philippines next month from September 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. I'll be doing some kind of get-togethers and stuff there in the Philippines. I'm going to upload a video talking all about the details of that after this episode of Gunpla News. I don't want to do it now here, but I'll do a separate video about that, talking about all the details about that. So if you're in the Philippines and anxious to know about that, just hang tight just a little bit, and I'll talk about that soon. Next is the Gundam Build Fighters Tri-Island War OVA. It's apparently only going to be one episode, I think, but just like a long episode, so kind of like a 1 hour kind of special kind of thing. I guess, from what I can tell, that's what it is. That's going to be premiering on TV in Japan August 21st. I'm not sure about where you'll be able to stream that. If Gundam Info will be streaming that, I'm not sure. But that should be coming up pretty soon. I guess we'll find out. If you guys know, you can put a link down there. I'm not too worried about that. I'm sure I'll see it whenever. But that'll be coming out soon. So of course we have some new model kits coming out from the series, some of which we knew about, but we had a couple new ones. We'll talk about all the model kits new from that series in the next part of this series, but I do just want to take a look at this image here now, which shows the upcoming Gunpla that we have scheduled coming out for August and September. But then we can see in November through February and March of next year we have 3 more HG kits coming out, as well as there's one like shadow image there that I don't really know what that is. Earlier last month in July, when we had all these new announcements coming out, I did a live stream where you can go back and check that out, where I talked more in depth about all of this stuff, just kind of live there. What I think that might be is a P Bandai exclusive release. That's why there's that kind of shadow image there. That's what I'm guessing that is, but we don't really know at this point. Anyway, so not really a whole lot planned to come out of this OVA, like just a handful of kits. So yeah, apparently maybe it is just only going to be one episode. So then we also had Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans Season 2 will be premiering on October 2nd, and we have a model kit scheduled for that one as well here. You can see in the case of Iron Blooded Orphans, we have a lot of stuff planned for to come out from that. 5 more HG Iron Blooded Arms, which are like the option part sets. 5 more of those, like a dozen more kits out of that series, and then apparently only 4 1/100 scale. Pretty much can be assumed that's going to be the Barbatos Lupus, the new version of the Gushin Rebake, and then maybe 2 more, maybe that new version of the Greys, and then maybe one as well. But it's kind of odd that they're doing a whole other second season, but only 4 1/100 scale kits, or at least that's all we have planned up until March. There might be more after that, but who knows. But the trailer for the Season 2 looks pretty cool. We got to see just a little bit glimpse of the Barbatos Lupus. We got to see the new kind of mass production type MS, Grunt MS, that Tekkenden's going to be using apparently. Some new characters in there as well, so it looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to Season 2 starting. We had an announcement that Mobile Fighter G Gundam is getting an HD remaster Blu-ray box set in Japan anyway. So if you're interested in getting that, Set 1 is coming out in September, Set 2 is coming out in November, and those are going to be 34,000 yen each, so $340, $350 for each set. Total, you're going to be spending $700 for a Blu-ray box set of G Gundam. I like G Gundam, but I don't know of anyone who likes G Gundam that much. But that's just how things go in Japan, which is pretty crazy, but some people buy them apparently. Then Gundam Thunderbolts is getting an English version manga out this fall, so that's pretty cool for the people who are into manga. If you're a Gundam fan of Gundam Thunderbolt, I think there's already translated versions online that you can check out. But this is like going to be official like book releases in English, which will be cool. I prefer that to just reading it just like on my computer. I like to actually hold the books when I'm reading manga, which is not that often, I'll admit, but some manga I do like to check out. Then the Origin Episode 4, Eve of Destiny, is still set to be coming out in fall sometime in 2016, so sometime pretty soon here we should be getting that OVA out. But what I want to talk about here is that we got some new artwork for some of the mobile suits in there, some versions of the Zaku 1. So we had a Char's custom Zaku 1, as well as what looks like to be a Black Tri-Stars set of 1, 2, and 3 of those Zaku 1s for the Black Tri-Stars. Not in full Black Tri-Stars colors, it's missing like white there, but it's still pretty, probably Black Tri-Stars there. And then there's another new prototype MS, which looks like sort of a prototype Zaku 2 or like prototype Goof, but we already had a prototype Goof, so I don't know, it's somewhere around there. Maybe someone knows, someone who has actually been looking around on Gundam Wiki more than I. But it also is blue, so we can probably assume it's maybe it's a Rambaral custom unit. But anyway, we can assume we're probably going to be getting kits of these. At least a Char's custom Zaku 1 is probably going to be coming out. Then, I don't know, the Black Tri-Stars Zaku 1, maybe not. I don't know, we'll have to see. But I think that's possible. I think what would be cool, I think, because I don't really think that they really need to make a official release of the Black Tri-Stars version, because we have the regular Zaku 1, and then a Char's custom Zaku 1 will be a little bit different. And then to make the Black Tri-Stars 1 does seem a little bit redundant. I think what would be cool is if they did a P Bandai release of a set of 3 of them. I think would be cool. That would cost, I don't know, 4,500 yen or something, probably close to 5,000 yen. But it'd be cool. I think that's better just as P Bandai. Anyway. The Master Grade Psycho Zaku Verka will be revealed very soon at the Gundam Expo Tokyo Summer Expo there, August 11th. So that's starting, I think it's August 11th through the 14th is when that is there in Tokyo. So very, very soon we'll be able to get apparently a full glimpse of the Psycho Zaku Master Grade Verka kit. They're going to have like a full reveal. So that means it should be like everything that we saw like before the Full Armor Gundam came out is going to be now here for that too. So really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to checking out what that kit is going to look like in Verka. That'd be really, really nice. Then the Gundam Info Meteor Campaign 2016 is going on, and I believe there is like the kind of #1 prize. They always do like one prize, which is maybe not like the most valuable, because probably like the perfect grade set would be the most valuable, but they always do one prize where it's like super limited. So like before it was like that gold-plated Barbatos HG kit. This time is going to be the Build Fighters Neon Bear Guy 3000. So it's just like a version of the Bear Guy San, but it's like in black, and it has some chrome parts, and then it has like all these neon stickers you're going to be putting all around it. So kind of interesting. It looks like something out of Tron or something. But only 790 units available, so it's going to be super rare. So if you're a really big fan of the Bear Guy, hopefully you can get that, or you're going to have to do some hunting and probably have to pay quite a bit to get your hands on that. But I have a feeling that a lot of the winners of that kit will probably be wanting to sell it off, because it's not really the most appealing kit, to be honest, and I feel like some real collectors will want to have it, but just kind of people in general, or maybe I don't think that's going to be really the most popular mid-year campaign exclusive kit, but I don't know. And then also the Bandai HG Customized campaign parts is a thing Bandai does regularly, I think once or twice a year. So the Summer 2016 parts set is now available from July, only from certain retailers though, so check with your retailer if you're interested in getting some of these. They're not always available from every retailer. So if there's a certain site that you usually like to order from, or a certain shop you usually like to buy from, if you're interested in getting some of these, check before you place your order. You can get some of these. There's some pretty cool stuff this year. I think it's not too bad. Usually it's kind of hit and miss between stuff that looks kind of cool and stuff that looks pretty cheap, really, to be honest. There's like a cool like scissor weapon. There's a kind of long rifle, which looks kind of okay. A kind of drill kind of thing, which looks like a Kotobuki weapon, to be honest. So, I don't know, there's some pretty cool stuff there, though. And the last thing here is the C3 Tokyo exclusive HD Iron-Blooded Orphans Grey's Iron Iron-Blooded Coating version. So this is just going to be an exclusive kit, only going to be sold at C3 Tokyo, which is going to be August 27th and 28th when this is going to be sold there. So if you can't go to the show, I guess you're going to have to try to hopefully be able to get your hands on this later. It's probably going to be very rare, though. 3,200 yen is what I've seen at the list price that this is going to be sold for. It's basically just like a black coating version of the HD Iron-Blooded Orphans Grey's Iron. It looks really cool. It's nothing that you couldn't just paint by yourself, but if you don't paint or if you're really into like collectible kits, then maybe this is going to be something you're going to want to check out. But I gotta admit, it does look pretty cool. So that's it for part 1, guys. I'll see you up next in part 2. We're going to talk about some kit and figure announcements. Bye-bye.